Batter up, sports card fans. All right, we have a continuation to the HGA review. Now remember, this all started with a 4-card review that I just wanted to try out back in February. Check it out right here. You can see what I got back. It's been a saga. So this right here is technically my 5th order. My 5th order with HGA. 3 of those orders were the same 3/4 cards. Again, you know, click that link that was up there. Scroll back if you have to. I'll wait a second. Let you get caught up. And they damaged 1 card, so it ended up being 3 cards that was going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, after the video, which is one of the most popular, unfortunately, one of the most popular videos on my channel, they sent back unsealed slabs. Yipes. So with all that, they offered to send me 5 free comps. So this is what this is. That's after they comped my other order, which is currently at a very generous 83 days on a 60-day turnaround. So we'll see about that. Now, I've taken off my address, but as you can see, this is sealed. This is their security seal. So I have not looked at this yet. So we'll cut into this as I talk. Just so I don't get any people saying that this is some shenanigans going on. So after the unsealed cards, which actually, if you want to see that one, it's up here. There's 3 videos because it was all 3 stages. They offered to grade 5 cards completely free of charge, and the big thing here is that they offered, do I have a tape over here? I have tape over here. They offered any label, and so I kind of took advantage of that. I didn't want to be super taking advantage of it, but I took 4 of them, and you'll see why. 2 of them I'm doing completely for retail, and there's going to be a disclaimer before I show you those cards because this is not a political channel, and I don't want any comments about anything politic-wise. This is a card collecting channel, and that's why I bought the cards, and that's why I got them graded, for card collecting reasons. That's all. All right, there you go. You got, oh, see, now everyone's going to be like, oh, that little quick little thing. He swapped it out. I didn't swap it out. You can see the cards didn't move, I promise. That's the old trick in the one-shot things where they walk by like a door and it slides over, and then that's the easy edit point. And I basically just did it to myself. Anyway, all right, so that's the disclaimer. No politics at all. It's just an awesome card. It's a moment in history, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And I got them custom labeled, and I think they're great. And then there's 2. You can see, if you know what card this is, you know what card it is. And I'm so excited. I can kind of see a little bit through here. So I sent in 2 cards that I just straight up want awesome custom labels for my PC. I don't care about the grade at all. And then this one on the back is a perfect way to start. We'll start over here. This is a great way to start because this one is just, I believe, a neutral label that I wanted. So as you can see, it's Wander Franco. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. This is what HGA is all about. Look at how beautiful this label looks with this card. This is why I want HGA to succeed. The case in your hand, I cannot explain to you how good it feels. It's awesome. It's weighted. Look at this. They have new little protectors as well. I love this because they used to have these huge bags that they sent them in. And so obviously the first thing I need to check. There's no give to it. There's no sound. And these aren't the ones that are, there's a slight, I will say there's a slight curve to it, but that is a complete nitpick. All right, let's take a look at all the problems that I know that they've had. I'm looking at the areas, I'm looking at the label. Man, all of this looks like a great slab. Holy moly, look at that. It's beautiful. This is why I want them to succeed. And so here we go. Let's just talk about this. Edges, 10, 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Man, that's a beautiful card. 9.5 HGA. All right, here's where we're not getting political. Let's just enjoy this card for the hilarity that it is. It's a meme and all that stuff, and that's why I bought them, because it's a moment in history. And look, they put a mask and gloves. Oh my goodness. Again, surface, and then everything else is a 9.5. But look at that with the card. It's unbelievable. Look at the mitten is, oh my goodness. Oh, that is hysterical. What a great job. Great job by HGA on this one. Oh my Lanta. Now again, I just gave them little pointers. I think I just said I wanted them to match the card. And so they took it upon themselves to add that mask and the mittens, and I wanted just the American flag really to match this. And holy moly, that is unbelievable. That's hysterical. All right, so this has just a slight give to it, but that's sealed. So there you go, that's sealed. And curvature, it's fine. I should check the curve before I start to bend it, so that that's not accused. So yeah, there is just, this corner has just a very slight give to it, but it's sealed. It's definitely sealed. Speaking from experience of someone who was able to hand crack a couple cases, I know. All right, let's see. We have another Bernie Sanders one. So the reason why I sent these in is I bought 5 of the tops now, because you get a nice little bundle. If you get like 2.5 for free, basically, if you buy 5 versus if you buy 1. So I wanted to send these in because they were free to get that's a $30 label, basically. So on their own, they're selling, for like $10. Sometimes they go up to $20. But I feel like graded with that custom label, I feel like I can get more bang for my buck from what I invested in it. So that's why I sent these over. And another 9.5. Look at that. We have the surface is pristine on this one, but the edge is pristine on this one. So can't put it all together so far. But so same label, exact same label. I like that, because if they had done one and the other, I'd be like, oh, which one do I keep? Which one do I like better? So here's the curvature. No real curvature there. So there we go. That's sealed. Sealed, sealed, sealed. Okay, good, 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 good. And just seeing it in the light here. Label looks fine. I didn't check the label on this one. Label looks fine on this one. These ones are looking great. They are looking great. I hate that I have to kind of inspect them so much, but from, as you can see by the other videos that I've plugged here, there's been some stuff. So I'm saving this one for the end, because this is the one. First off, it's a huge card. It's an absolutely monster card. But there's a reason why I sent that in there, and that's the one I'm most excited about. So if you know this card, you know this card. I'm very excited to see what they came up with. This is the one I gave the least amount of feedback. I put a little post-it note on the cards being like, this is what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to do this. I'd like you to do that. This one I had the least amount of feedback. I basically told them to mirror the card and just have fun with it. So I really hope they did something like this. I'm imagining like a black box somewhere, because that's what the card's known for. However, this is not the black box card. So let's see. Oh. 8.5 too. That's not bad for like an older card like this. Corners, surface. Wow, that's really not a bad card at all. And as you can see, there, children, look away. This is the real one. And That is unbelievable. I could go without the guy here. I think that kind of is unneeded. But the swearing and what is the... So obviously they matched it almost perfectly, which is great. I'm wondering what those little lines are. See them like in the gray here? I don't know what those things are. Maybe that's wax. Is that supposed to be like a wax mark maybe? I'd be interested to hear from the designer what that is, but it's not bad. I'm not saying it like as a criticism. I'm just interested in what that is. But otherwise, oh my goodness. So this one has a little give to it. It's not curved. No, we're good. We're good. Label looks great. Oh, see, here you go. You have just a little bit over here. Hear that? So that's something you don't like to hear, but it's sealed. It's just this little corner over here. So that's what I'm checking for, because that's what the last one was. So it's just like right here they didn't seal properly. But you can't crack it open, but you could probably get it. You could get it open if you really want to try, and that's the problem with it. So that's annoying. Again, this is the problem is with these things. It's like this is a make good for, like I said, this is technically like the fourth order of single order, you know. So that's why I'm overly critical about this. If I get it just a regular order in, and it's like, oh, that's weird. It's a little squeaky. That's pretty bad, I will say. Like that's aggressive. And this was also checked by, well, maybe I don't want to mention his name. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want to throw him under the bus, but it literally says send it back to this person. Assuming they're going to check it to make sure that they're good. So that's a bummer, because that's like, you know, this is something I want to keep in my PC, but it's sealed. So I have to emphasize that it's sealed. The corners are good. It's just this one little squeaky spot. But all in all, though, this is just... That's a great label. The graphic design team absolutely knocked it out of the park. That's excellent. Okay, here's the one. All of these have been great. So I really hope that this one comes out to what I was thinking it could look like. What you'll see here on the front is it's all snowy. This is the card that is pulled from, I'll link it right up here where it's pulled from, because it's just an absolute tragedy. Pulled it out of a pack pulled, but it just was unsalvageable despite many efforts. I tried everything I could possibly try. So I told them to mirror the look of this card, because I want to kind of keep it there. And believe me, if this is not a flawless card, I'm going to be so furious. All right, so they kind of did it. I think they could have done better. I wanted like all of these little spots and stuff like that. I wanted that to be a little bit more like all over everything, like noticeable. So it's pretty good. But that almost looks like a design as opposed to, you know, what I was thinking of is, I believe I put it in the video, is that Marcus Smart card that they altered the way it was like the label looked to match where the card's alignment was, which was funny. So this one is, and obviously the surface, the fact that it's got a 4.5 is actually amazing. I can't believe that. And I still like it. I mean, I guess those are the Mariners colors. They almost look like Charlotte Hornet colors. So that's a little interesting. I wanted it more card match as opposed to team match. So I guess they probably pulled color from the jersey. I'm thinking that's probably it, because look at that. That pretty much looks, that's a little bit more purpley. But they probably did a color match little eye droplet to that, so I'm not going to hate on that. I just wanted the white specks to be more like over here, like even over here, to kind of simulate like it got destroyed. but maybe that just didn't come through in my note. And still, it's just kind of funny to have a card like this graded. And I think they did a good job. They did a very good job. I'll say that. How about that? They did a very good job for a very good card. And the seal on this is great. The seal on this is great. It's not curved. We're good. So all in all, the five cards, this is the only one that has a little issue. You know, that's pretty loose. So that's the only one, but that label is great. Oh, this is, if it wasn't for that, this would be I think this would be my favorite one. They knocked it out of the park on that. That is so good. But look at how good it looks. It looks amazing. Look at these ones. They're so good. Oh, that's hysterical. And this one. So now we'll move these away. Look at this as a real, like, these are jokes. These are all jokes. As a real card. And a pretty big card. This is his call-up card, you know? He doesn't have a rookie card right now. You want a Wander Franco card? This is it. Wander Franco, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it. So that is beautiful. It adds to the card, and that's the biggest thing that they can hang their hat on, is that their labels add to the card. They don't subtract from it. They don't take away anything from it. PSAs, they kind of take away from the card because it's just that red box and it just looks blah. But they are the industry standard, and that's probably not going to change, I don't think, ever, because it's just too many people have it at this point. So I think what you're going to see is people like me, where, you know, these two and probably one of these are going into my collection, and they're just going to stay there. And I don't care about the value of them. I don't care about the resell on these specific ones, because I just want them on display looking great and people being like, what is this? Like, that's hysterical. Like, that's what I want, you know? And, you know, but when you're talking about the cards, like, their longevity is in these kind of cards where they need people to not be like me, where they don't care about the resale value. They don't care. They need these kind of big cards that they need someone to take an Ichiro Suzuki rookie card and get it in this style, you know, and for real, and then sell it, and people are paying top dollar for it. That's what they need. So they are building it back. To give you guys the full timeline on this, now here's the negative. After I feel like I've done a pretty good job of talking this up. There's one issue with this one, and that's it. Everything else I'm super happy with, and I need to stress that, how good these look, how great they feel in your hand. This is a positive review of this with just some like little wrinkles. The little wrinkle is that I sent these in, so I'm going to say that when the order was created, when they received it, it was 10/13. Now, the days that when they say 30 days or whatever, it doesn't include holidays. So I'm going to spot them 5 days in my math, okay? They received them on 10/13, and I'll put this up on the screen so you guys can kind of follow along. They scanned them on 10/22. They researched them on 10/28, and then they sat there. Just absolutely sat there, and they weren't graded until 12/21. 12/27 they shipped, and I received them today. So that's the timeline. I'm not including how long it takes to get to me. I cut it off at the ship date. When they say they shipped it, I got the notification that it was being delivered. So I'm counting, that's out of their hands at that point. So that's 46 days. I spot them 5 days. That's 41 days. Now this is a 30-day order on a makeup, and they hit 41 days. So there's your negative if you want a negative. And again, these are the make goods. So that's where I hold them to a higher standard, because on a make good, they should be, you know, moving heaven and earth to make it good, for real. You know, if they're late on the other things, that's, you know, a different kind of problem. But the make goods, in my opinion, like stuff like this, that shouldn't happen on a makeup order for another order that I had to send in 3 times, and one of them was due to unsealed cases. Like, that person needs to take this and go, let's make sure that these are all sealed, because this is the guy that had the unsealed problem. So that's my gripe. But other than that, I want to give a huge shout out to the graphic designer. I'm very, very happy with these. This one is, like I said, very good. I think they could have done more with it, and I was hoping they would do more with it, but they knocked it out of the park on this one. This is their standard. This is not a custom label. This is just neutral. I believe it's team match. So neutral team match, and that's their standard label, and it looks awesome. And they knocked it out of the park with this. That's hysterical. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you to Tyler. Tyler is the owner of the company. I think everyone knows who he is. And he got involved with this as well. So big shout out to them. Thank you very much for this free order, for going above and beyond and making the custom labels. That was all really great. And then I would just say that's the only thing. That's a little worry. So other than that, I am so happy to include these 3 cards in my collection. They will stay there forever. And these 2 I might try to sell and see what the market is for them. And I'll let you guys know about that too, because I think that's kind of important as part of the review. So thank you so much for joining me today. Happy New Year. Hopefully this is a mostly positive video to start off 2022 with. But Happy New Year. I hope all is well. I hope you had a great New Year. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so that you stay notified for all of my videos coming up in 2022. We're going to have some fun in this early month, and then we're going to hit the ground running when Series 1 comes out. I promise you that, because we are going to be hunting for this bad boy. And of course, Topps is like dying, so we got to like really enjoy Topps while we can. And then head over to Instagram and Twitter at GDubsCollects. Give me a follow there. I appreciate it. Check out the photos that I will be posting of these cards and more. And most importantly, keep the hobby alive. Keep on collecting.